It seems almost ridiculous that I would have to say this, but there are far greater things in life than money. But somehow in our culture, money has become the ultimate thing that we want and that we value, the thing that we are chasing. You know, when I became a millionaire, I thought I would be happy, but instead I was stressed. I felt sort of empty. And I looked around and I thought to myself, is all I'm doing growing this business just to make more money? And I was like, this is a really shallow pursuit. And so I destroyed it and I walked away and I discovered something. So if you're stuck chasing money and thinking that it will get you some sort of happiness or fulfillment, then let me save you a lifetime of frustration. So in this video, I'll explain to you something better to chase. And at the end of this video, I will give you a few secrets so that you can avoid the years of struggle that I went through to discover this. Now, look, I'm not saying money is bad. In fact, money can be quite good because it can buy you security, it can buy you freedom, it can buy you time. All of these things are good. However, what money can't buy you is happiness, purpose, and meaning. And a lot of us get distracted and think that the pursuit of money will get us those things. So we grind it out, we get stressed, get unhealthy lifestyles, we sacrifice the best years of our life, only to really ask ourselves, now what? So let me ask you, what's the real goal behind your pursuit of money? Is it freedom? Is it adventure? Is it respect? Is it something else? And what if I told you that you can get those things without having to sacrifice your life in the rat race? So the truth is, what you should be chasing is, and if I could wrap it up in one word, it's value or your values. If you look at the people that are chasing their values, the things that bring them happiness, fulfillment, that sense of achievement in their life, really the money follows them because they're doing something that is greater than themselves. They're doing something for the purpose of mastery and that brings them their own intrinsic meaning, and that becomes something that is a reward in itself. So here's the shift. Instead of asking yourself, how can I make or create money? You want to ask yourself, how can I create value? How can I take my values and create something that is valuable to the world? How can I master something? How can I make something, do something that makes the world a better place and brings value to the world? And what problem or problems can I solve? So when you chase values, money can quite easily and usually does follow you. And what you get is a more fulfilling life out of that anyway. So you feel better about yourself every day. You have more energy. You have goals, you have purpose. And this ultimately is what a great fulfilling life is about. So some secrets to what I discovered about living a fulfilled life. Number one is chase meaning, not money. And really what I mean by that is chase what matters to you. Find out what you value. Find out what your strengths are. Find out what fulfills you and chase that and see how can that add value to the world, and the money will follow. Number two is redefine wealth, because wealth isn't about what you have in a bank account or how many assets you have. Wealth is about, realistically, your relationships, your physical health, your mental well-being, the fulfillment you get from every single day of your life, the people that are around you, the people that you work with, and the value that you bring to the world. And the last one is design your life before you design your income. And I mean, most people approach it in the opposite way. They think, oh, okay, how do I go make money? And then when I make that money, then what am I going to do with it to make me happy? You want to flip that. You want to say, what makes me happy? What fulfills me in my life? And then go, oh, and then how do I make money doing that? And essentially, that is what I did when I was young, is I wanted to have a clothing company. I wanted to design really cool stuff. And so I went and I did that. And it wasn't about the money. But then along the way, I got sucked into the culture, and the money part and the growth part insidiously took over, and it became almost too big for me to get my head out. And that's why I had to leave. But if I had the wherewithal to realize at that time that what the real value of what I was doing was bringing to me and to the world, then I could have shifted that and turned it into something that gave me energy again, and that made me feel fulfilled, and that gave people this wow factor that I wanted to do. And that would have been as fulfilling in the end as what I was getting out of it in the beginning. And so the last and final secret is, don't get sucked into what society tells you is the way to do things. Know your values. Know why you do things. Know what makes you fulfilled and feels good and brings you happiness. And stick to that part of it. Don't drift for the money. Otherwise. So if this hits home, drop a comment below. And I want to ask you, what in your life is more valuable than chasing money? And if you're serious about creating a life of meaning, then hit that like button and the subscribe button. And stay tuned for more hard-hitting truths. Appreciate your time.